Hey y'all, welcome to Bees Intuition. I'm B, and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are viewing the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So, with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. So, I hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. So, I heard it's not personal, it's spiritual. So, I really don't know what that means, but I'm taking it as, like somebody, could be taking something personal, you know what I mean? And I feel like that when it comes, to whoever, like is taking something personal, I feel like that they're, about to have to, like look at whatever it is that they're taking personal, like in another perspective, So, this could be, like somebody, like taking what somebody said personal. But, it's not, it wasn't meant for somebody to take it personal, It was just, meant for somebody to, like see something, in a different way, That's what I'm getting with that. I also heard that somebody's about to receive some valuable information. This could be, like some information, that somebody has been waiting for. This could have something to do with like a home. This could have something to do with like a job or a career. But whatever this information is, it's very valuable. But going back, like to it's not personal, it's spiritual. Somebody, could have already given somebody, like some valuable information, and like they could have took it personal instead of, looking at it from a different perspective. That's also too, like how I'm taking it. It's something about how somebody took something, how somebody, like took some information, how somebody, This could be how somebody, like took something, like a transaction, So like it wasn't personal, it wasn't, meant, it wasn't like, like a person-to-person transaction, you know what I mean? Somebody, could have looked at it as a person-to-person transaction, but it really was, like a spiritual transaction, if that makes any sense. But let's just hop in and see what's going on. The stay ready so you don't have to get ready card is at the bottom of the deck. So, somebody's always prepared. Somebody stays ready so they don't have to get ready. So it's giving me, going back, to, the valuable information, that somebody, could have been, like, waiting for, you know what I mean? So, when somebody receives this valuable information, it could, like, be, like, confirmation for somebody, like, to take some type of action. Because it looks like that's what that person is doing. But let's just hop in and see what's going on. Holy Spirit. Yeah, something is about to be made front and center out here. Yeah. So, whatever this valuable information is, you know what I mean? Yeah, like it's being brought to somebody for sure. This could have something to do with a car. It definitely, could have something to do, with, like some assets, you know what I mean? Or it could have something to do, with, so somebody, could have been, like waiting, for, like some information, about a certain thing or a certain person, And so, it's about to be brought to somebody. I'm also picking up too like somebody, has been fronting. So fronting like, they don't care about something. Fronting like, that like they're happy but they're not, fronting like, they're in a good, like head space but they're not. That's also what I'm picking up as well. But the stay ready so you don't have to get ready card is still at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Yeah, somebody should have watched what they said. This is one of the watch what you say cards. So somebody definitely should have watched what they said. This could have something to do with a child and a mother, or this could have something to do, you know, with like, you know, like a woman, you know what I mean? So, you know, like a man, you know, yeah, like you know, degrades women, you know what I mean? I'm just using this as an example. And maybe, yeah, like there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like a man degraded a woman in front of, you know, and yeah, like they don't like what they said. It's really giving me, yeah, like on the spiritual level, you know what I mean? So yeah, like somebody's spiritual team members, you know what I mean? Somebody definitely, yeah, should have watched what they said. I don't know, something about somebody's teeth. Something about somebody's front teeth. I don't know, somebody's front teeth could be, you know, like falling out, or I don't know, somebody, you know, could, yeah, like get punched, you know what I mean? And yeah, like their teeth fall out. Something about, yeah, like somebody's teeth falling out. So, something about dental hygiene is significant. Maybe somebody, you know, yeah, like they're not, you know, like taking care of themselves. Somebody, you know, could receive some, you know, like some valuable information, and it has something to do, you know, with, yeah, like their health or somebody's health, or the health of something, you know what I mean? Something about, yeah, health and welfare. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could, yeah, like do a health and welfare check, or you know, like somebody, you know, could, yeah, like send somebody, you know, like to do a health and welfare check, or something about, yeah, like a check, you know what I mean, like a government check is also what I'm picking up. So but we got the made up card out here. So I don't know, there could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they could have made up with somebody. They could have made up with the mother or the father of their children. That's what I'm picking up. Or there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they made up, you know, like some type of story. So it goes back to, yeah, like somebody should have watched what they said. But it looks like it's a single parent on this card and a single parent on this card. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be a single parent, or there's two single parents out here. And then we got the right path card. So somebody's on the right path. Maybe there are some people, you know, that, yeah, like they, or somebody said something, you know what I mean? You know, like trying to make, you know, like people think that somebody, you know, is not, like, not on the right path. But it's something about, yeah, hygiene. So I don't know. There's a water sign involved: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, would benefit, you know, like with, yeah, like doing a spiritual cleanse, you know. Somebody, you know, would benefit, you know, with, like, yeah, like taking a spiritual bath. And then we have, yeah, the dark side. So something about, yeah, somebody, you know, like operating in their dark side. So I don't know. I feel like somebody just needs to be aware, you know, because somebody, you know, could be trying to get somebody, you know, like to, yeah, operate in their dark side, you know, yeah, dig in their dark bag, you know, operate in their, you know, like their south node, you know, yeah, while somebody, you know, is trying to stay on the right path. So yeah, just be aware. There's also something, you know, that's taking place in the nighttime. So somebody, you know, could be doing something in the nighttime. Or maybe somebody, you know, is not. This is like, you know, like somebody, you know, yeah, going back, you know, to when I was picking up on hygiene. So somebody, you know, could be like, you know, like they take a shower or a bath in the nighttime, but they're really not. I don't know. Something about this message is very weird. Somebody's off is what I feel like. So I feel like somebody just needs to, yeah, stay ready so they don't have to get ready. This is giving me too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like somebody trying to block somebody's path with darkness. So somebody, you know, yeah, like they're trying to, you know, like put a light out, or they're trying to, you know, yeah, like they're trying to, you know, like cause somebody to not be able to see when somebody, you know, is like trying to move forward, is also what I'm picking up. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be crazy, because this is, yeah, like the crazy card. So, or somebody, you know, like feels like that they're, you know, like going crazy. Maybe somebody, you know, yeah, like it's calling somebody crazy, but I really feel like that, yeah, like somebody, you know, could feel like that they're going crazy. Somebody, you know, could be hallucinating. I don't know, but it's something about, yeah, like this dark, because the dark, you know, like keeps, you know, like sticking out to me. I don't know, maybe somebody, you know, like is scared of the dark. I mean, it could be a child or, you know, like some children. Way too many. Why is this front and center here? We got the cross card that came out. So this is the lover of Jesus, the follower of God card. So somebody, you know, yeah, somebody's, you know, like a lover of Jesus. I mean, a follower of Jesus, lover of God. So, you know, somebody definitely, yeah, they have, you know, like a higher power, you know, that, yeah, like they, you know, like that they, you know, subscribe to, you know what I mean? They have a higher power, you know, that they, yeah, like look towards. I don't know, somebody, you know, could be religious. I feel like if somebody is religious out here, somebody's into some dark stuff out here. But this is also too, yeah, like somebody, you know, like crossing somebody. So I don't know, somebody, you know, could have betrayed somebody in some way, shape, form, or fashion. This could have something to do with a home. This could have something to do with a car. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like could get hit by a car. That's also what I'm picking up too. So maybe that's how, you know, like somebody's teeth, you know what I mean, gets knocked out. Somebody, you know, could be in a bad accident. This could happen in the nighttime. But somebody definitely, yeah, with this dark side and this cross, this is giving me, yeah, like somebody, you know, yeah, like they're not going to, you know, like, yeah, they're not seeing the light. So I don't know. Or somebody, yeah, like they're just not seeing something clearly. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a C. I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could need to go to the doctor. Cause this is like, you know, the apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I don't know. Somebody, you know, yeah, like they refuse to go to the doctor, or, you know, somebody, you know, like just thinks that, you know, like, yeah, like something, you know, yeah, it's gonna heal, or, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't know. But somebody, you know, yeah, like they could refuse to go to the doctor. Somebody, you know, could be from New York, or something about New York could be significant. Somebody could be from California. Something about Cash App is significant. Yeah, and then we got the government card, the organization card, the cult, the coven. So with this dark side and, you know, this cross card coming out, yeah, somebody definitely is a part of something, a secret society. Yeah. But somebody definitely, yeah, they should have watched what they said when it comes, you know, to yeah, like making up something out here. There's also somebody that definitely, yeah, like they made up with somebody. So I feel like that there is somebody that lied to somebody. So yeah, somebody, you know, lied to somebody. Somebody made up the story as to, you know, where they were going or where they've been is also what I'm picking up. Somebody's first, middle, last name can start with a P. But we have the umbrella of protection card. So regardless of what's going on, somebody definitely needs to know that they are, yeah, protected. I don't know, there could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they, you know, yeah, like they could have lied to somebody, you know, because, yeah, like they, you know, yeah, like wanted to stand up underneath somebody's umbrella of protection, or, you know, yeah, like because they wanted, you know, like to feel secure when it comes, you know, like to their stability. Yeah, CPU. Something about a computer is significant. Something about a computer system. So something about the government system. Something about, yeah, the government is very significant. And then we got the hexagon card that came out. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an H. Something about somebody's pH balance. So I was picking up on, yeah, like hygiene. This message is weird. I feel like with this hexagon card coming out, it definitely is giving me, you know, like, yeah, like somebody, you know, like, yeah, like doing some type of, like, yeah, like dark work on somebody. And I feel like somebody, yeah, like they're trying to affect somebody very, very bad. Somebody definitely, yeah, they're trying to, yeah, like affect, yeah, every chakra. But I feel like the person that they're trying to, like affect, however they're trying to affect somebody, it's giving me, like, yeah, like somebody's balanced. You know what I mean? Somebody's balanced. Somebody, could be trying to figure out, how somebody is so balanced, but it's like, like it's on a spiritual level, you know what I mean? So if somebody, is trying to figure out, like how somebody, is balanced physically, yeah, like, they're not gonna, yeah, like they're not gonna find it out. Somebody, could be trying to do, yeah, like, it's giving me, yeah, like pulling out all the stops, you know what I mean? When it comes, like to doing some type of dark work. And I feel like that the more, that they do dark work, the more that they project, the more that they make up, the more that, yeah, like it gets worse for them or it gets worse for people around them is what I feel like. Or there is something, that, yeah, like it's getting worse. So this could be, yeah, like somebody's health, somebody's hygiene, is getting, like worse. It's something about that is significant. I really feel like that there is somebody, that, yeah, like they could have hexed themselves. But it don't have to necessarily be, like doing dark work. You know what I mean? They could have hexed themselves, yeah, like going back to when I picked up on, yeah, like the transaction. So, yeah, it wasn't a person-to-person transaction. Yeah, it was a spiritual transaction. So somebody, yeah, they took, the wrong money. You know what I mean? They took money from, like the wrong person, but it was really the right person. So once, they made that transaction, yeah. It's giving me, yeah, like the energy, you know what I mean? So once you, yeah, like make a energetic transaction, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like, yeah, like opening Pandora's box. You never know what you're gonna get, Yeah, it's giving me, like lesson or blessing energy, Something about, yeah, a transaction. I feel like that somebody, yeah, like they shouldn't have made some type of transaction out here. I mean, I'm picking up, yeah, like some type of spiritual transaction, but it also could be, yeah, like a physical transaction. And then we have, yeah, the Divine Journey card. So with the right path and, yeah, Divine Journey card coming out, yeah, somebody definitely is on their divine journey. Somebody definitely is a divine being. So I feel like when it comes, to, yeah, like that transaction, I feel like like somebody was supposed to have that transaction. But through that transaction, I feel like that somebody didn't know, yeah, like what was going to take place, you know what I mean, after they made that transaction, This could be, yeah, like it's giving me, like, yeah, like the Most High God made, yeah, like two people come in contact. But it was a reason why, yeah, like those people were supposed to come in contact. So this could be, like, yeah, like somebody, was supposed to, like teach somebody a lesson out here. And so with that being said, instead of somebody, like taking that contact, you know what I mean, and yeah, like using it to their advantage, yeah, they went against it, you know what I mean? They went against the grain or they went against the lesson is what I feel like. Somebody's going dark. Yeah, and somebody's being told, yeah, just to stay calm. We got a sitting duck. So somebody, could be a sitting duck. Somebody, could just be sitting in the dark. Something is weird. There's also somebody, that could be trying to duck something. Duck somebody, duck someone. I feel like that they're really trying to, yeah, duck what they said, or they're trying to duck, yeah, the situation, you know what I mean, after, they said something or after they did something. So this is like somebody, yeah, throwing the rock and, like trying to hide their hand. But there's also somebody that definitely, yeah, they could be trying to fix something now. They're trying to repair something now. Yeah, there definitely, yeah, could be somebody, that's hating on somebody's creativeness. They could be hating on somebody's ideas out here. So when I was picking up on, yeah, like that dental hygienist, you know what I mean? I'm just use that as an example. Somebody, could be a dental hygienist. But this is like, well, let me not use that as an example. So this is like, yeah, like somebody knows that their teeth are crooked, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, somebody, is thinking about getting braces. I'm just using this as an example. And so, yeah, like somebody, like tells people like, yeah, I think I'm going to go get braces, so I can, like try to straighten my teeth and, yada, yada, and blase, blase, and people are like, oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're fine the way you are. But yeah, like whoever it is, they would just be telling somebody that because, yeah, like they don't want somebody, like to, yeah, fix their teeth because then somebody, would look better, than, they did, when their teeth were crooked. You know what I mean? And so then somebody, goes to get braces after, yeah, somebody, has hated on the fact, that, yeah, like they want to go get braces, that's a part of, yeah, like, like somebody, like showing themselves, yeah, it's giving me, like, yeah, like boosting somebody's confidence, you know what I mean? So somebody feels like, if they get their teeth fixed, yeah, that's gonna, like boost their confidence. And so, yeah, somebody gets the braces, and yeah, like their teeth is becoming straighter. And so, yeah, somebody, becomes more confident. So then the person, that was hating on somebody, yeah, secretly pretty much, yeah, then they go get braces, Yeah, the same person, hating on, like somebody's, ideas, and creativeness, yeah, they basically, yeah, they go behind somebody's back, and yeah, like try to implement, the creativeness or ideas in their life, you know what I mean? But yeah, like whoever this is, yeah, maybe they don't need braces. So yeah, people could be like, well, why would you go get braces? That's dumb. So it's something about, yeah, like somebody, like exposing themselves, exposing themselves as a hater, exposing themselves as a thief, exposing themselves, yeah. Yeah, it could be an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Somebody, could have, like some type of unexplained body welts or bruises or scratches on them. I don't know. There could be somebody, that could be trying to, like hide, you know what I mean? That they're, like in a, like abusive situation is also what I'm picking up. But I'm also picking up too that there could be somebody, that, yeah, like they could, like purposely harm themselves, like to get attention. So, whoever this is, yeah. They definitely, yeah, could be, like trying to turn other people against somebody out here. So this is somebody, that, yeah, like going back to, using the braces as an example. So this is somebody, that, yeah, like they go get braces, and then they tell us, they tell people like, yeah, I was the one, that said I was going to go get braces first. And, yeah, I don't know why that person, always, was trying to steal my ideas and creativeness, y'all don't need to deal with that person because, yeah, they going to steal from you or they're going to, do this to you or do that to you. To make people, yeah, look at somebody, in a way that, yeah, like somebody shouldn't be looked at. But I feel like that there is somebody, that, yeah, like, they're mad, you know what I mean? It could be because, yeah, like somebody, yeah, like they could want to make up with somebody, Somebody knows, that, yeah, like, I feel like that there is somebody that knows that, yeah, like it wasn't personal, it was spiritual. So it was a reason why, yeah, like they, came in contact with somebody. And I feel like somebody knows, you know what I mean, that, yeah, like, like if, like they're in that person's life, that person is going to help them, to, yeah, like get on the right path. Because whoever this is, yeah, they're going towards the dark. I feel like that whoever this is, yeah, like they already, yeah, like could have had a vision, of, yeah, like them wanting, like to, like fix their life and get their life together. And yeah, I feel like that there are people, that, yeah, like this person could have told, you know what I mean? And yeah, like these people are like, no, ain't no way that they're going towards the light. They're going to stay in the dark with us, Somebody, yeah, could have gave this person, some type of, like ideas, you know what I mean, of how, like to get their life together, how to, yeah, like try to fix their life. And so that person could have told other people, well, they said, that I could do this and I can do that. And yeah, people are like, well, what do they know? How do they know you can do that? And that's going to help to fix your life. You know what I mean? How do you know? How do they know? But how do they know? It's because, yeah, that person is on the right path. That person is, yeah, like on their divine journey. That person, you know, yeah, is, you know, like on their divine, you know, like on their, you know, like divine path. I don't know. There could be people, you know, that could be saying that somebody, you know, is dark. You know, it could be because of somebody's beliefs. Yeah, these are people that, yeah, they have low self-esteem. Yeah, their envy and inferior towards you stems from deep-rooted childhood wounds. And I feel like that, yeah, like whoever these people are, yeah, going back, you know, to sitting in the dark, it's just like, yeah, like somebody, you know, like at nighttime, you know, yeah, that's when, you know, yeah, like stuff hits them the most. That's when, you know, yeah, like the deep-rooted childhood wounds, yeah, start haunting somebody or some people. Yeah, they're trying to duck the deep-rooted childhood wounds, or they're trying to heal the deep-rooted childhood wounds, while there could be somebody that really is trying to get their life together. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the person that's trying to get their life together, they don't have no business being around these people, because, yeah, they're just sitting in their deep-rooted childhood wounds, you know? They're ducking, healing the childhood wounds. And these are energy vampires. Low self-esteem energy vampires. So, yeah, instead of them doing the work, they just siphon off of other people's energy. But it goes back to, yeah, making transactions, you know? Yeah. It's giving me, yeah, energetic transactions, you know? Transactions is very significant. Yeah. Somebody definitely is being told to be aware of anyone from the past wanting to enter back into your life. Somebody definitely is sleeping with one eye open. Somebody's very paranoid out here. Yeah. Or there's people, you know what I mean, that are very paranoid. But there is somebody, you know what I mean, whoever it is that's hating on somebody's creativeness or ideas, or the one, you know, they have low self-esteem, you know, yeah, like their envy, inferior towards you stems from, yeah, deep-rooted childhood wounds. Yeah, this is a copycat. So it goes back to, yeah, I was the one, you know, that said I was going to get braces first, you know what I mean? And now they want to get braces. Yeah, this is somebody that definitely could be they could be trying to be just like somebody and do everything that somebody does. With this, you know, lover of Jesus, follower of God, guard card, yeah, this is giving me, and especially, yeah, with that, watch what you, better, they should have watched what they said. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have committed blasphemy out here, because that's what I'm picking up as well. Somebody made up you know what I'm saying? Somebody made up something. Whatever they made up, yeah, it came out of their mouth. Or this is like somebody, you know, that, yeah, like, it's giving me, you know, like, yeah, like, so somebody, you know, says, you know, like, I was the one, you know, that, you know, that said that I was going to get the braces first. I put that on God. I put that on God, because I say it all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, people putting stuff on God, or people putting stuff on their children. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, that's not good. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like, I put that on God. You know, this is giving me, yeah, like somebody committing blasphemy and they don't even know it. I don't know. This could be a scorn love. It could be an old fling of somebody's current or recent ex-partner that still feels deep pain of rejection and betrayal. You know what I mean? Or yeah, there's a past person, you know what I mean, that somebody, you know, yeah, like, needs to be aware of. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be recruiting a lot of people. So, like, people from somebody's past, you know, somebody's co-workers, you know, somebody's neighbors, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're trying to get people to go against somebody. Yeah, heavy earth. Somebody, you know, could work for the government. But, yeah, with that copycat, this gives me, yeah, like, everything, you know, that somebody does, yeah, they do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, if you really don't like somebody, why would you want to, you know, yeah, like, embody, you know, yeah, them pretty much. Yeah, somebody wants to be somebody. Yeah, somebody's being told to, yeah, tap into your intuition, because, yeah, like, you already know who this person is. And then we have, yeah, the unintentional. So, yeah, going back, you know, to when I just picked up on, yeah, like, somebody, you know, could be committing blasphemy, but, you know what I mean, they don't know that they're committing blasphemy. Yeah. The negativity, you know, that, yeah, like, somebody is sending somebody's way, or, you know, yeah, whatever they're doing, yeah, like, they don't realize that they are doing it. They don't realize that, you know, they're sending somebody the evil eye with their words and their actions. Yeah. This is people, you know, like they talk about somebody behind their back. There could be a fake spiritualist out here, or somebody, you know, like, or somebody, you know, they could be calling somebody a fake spiritualist. So it goes back to, you know, when I picked up on, people could be saying that somebody, you know, like, is dark. But it goes back to, people should have watched what they said. You know what I mean? They made up some stuff. So what they said wasn't true. So that could be why some people could be trying to duck somebody. I feel like that there are people, you know, that, like, they gather at nighttime. You know what I mean? That's when, you know, like, they sit around and talk about somebody. Yeah, well, we got flowers. So somebody definitely is about to receive their flowers in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I feel like that whoever these people are, like going back to the beginning when I picked up on, like people walking around like they're happy but they're not, you know what I mean? These are happiness haters, you know what I mean? These are people, you know, that like they don't like, you know, when other people are happy. These are people, you know, that like they could laugh at other people's pain. We got October, so something, you know, could have happened, you know, like in October, or something, you know, could happen by October. Somebody could be a Libra or a Scorpio. And then we have, the V. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a V. Somebody definitely, somebody's about to receive a victory in something out here. Or somebody, you know, has already, they've already won. So this is like, people, you know, like wanting somebody to go back and forth. Why would somebody, you know, go back and forth when, like somebody's already won? You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody's a jive turkey. Somebody definitely, somebody's behaving stupidly out here. So it's giving me, somebody, you know, like exposing themselves. But something about, October, November, because, like Thanksgiving, you know, is in, November. Somebody, you know, could have a turkey neck. Something about some turkey necks. That sounds good. But something about, like somebody having a turkey neck. So somebody, you know, could be an older individual, or something about an older individual is involved. Somebody, you know, could walk with a cane. Something about somebody, somebody being on cocaine. So I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be on cocaine. Somebody could find out, you know, that somebody, you know, is like on drugs. But somebody, needs to pay attention to their health. So something about, like somebody, you know, like ducking, you know what I mean? Ducking going to the hospital. Ducking, you know, like their health. Ducking, you know, like their, you know, like hygiene. I feel like when it comes to, you know, like this hexagon card coming out, that's literally, what somebody wants somebody to do. They don't want somebody to take care of themselves. They don't want somebody to nurture themselves. They don't want, they want somebody, to go towards the dark. It's giving me, like come, you know, like come to the edge, you know what I mean? Somebody, you know, like trying to do some stuff, you know, to, like, get somebody, you know, to, like jump off of the edge, or, you know, you know, like somebody's trying to do some stuff, you know what I mean, to like get somebody, you know, like in the position that they're in. Somebody's also like trying to get somebody all up in their head as well. You could be seeing a lot of dolphins, or you know, a dolphin, you know, could be significant. But somebody definitely is about to have some type of financial gain. It could come from something that somebody did in the past. So this could be past October, past November. This could have something to do, you know, with, like a home. This could have something to do with a car. I don't know, for somebody, it could have something to do, you know, with, like somebody passing away. So somebody, you know, could find out, you know, that, like they're, you know, like receiving something, you know, and it has something to do with somebody passing away. But when it comes, you know, to, like somebody, you know, already winning, or already, you know, like having some type of victory, I feel like that somebody, one, needs to take a bow. But two, I feel like that, Ooh, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. I don't know, somebody could be being baptized, getting baptized. But yeah, everything has to bow down to the Most High God. Everything. The devil, demons, yeah, everything. So I really feel like somebody definitely did. They did commit blasphemy out here. Mm-hmm. And so going back to when I picked up, yeah, like an older person, that could be, like an ancestor. And so with that being said, yeah, I feel like that, yeah, somebody's ancestors are definitely in the midst. But somebody definitely needs to know that they are, highly thought of. So, yeah. So it goes back to when I picked up, using the example of, like somebody, yeah, like degrading women. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, there's somebody, that, yeah, like they, don't like the fact, that, yeah, don't like, women being degraded. And so, yeah, like somebody stands up, for women. Maybe that's what somebody is doing, standing up for somebody, because somebody definitely, yeah, is highly thought of. Uh-huh. Yep. We got a stork. So I don't know. Somebody, could find out, that somebody's pregnant. Somebody, could find out some news about a birth. But it's also giving me too, yeah, like somebody making up the fact, that, yeah, like they're pregnant. Or somebody, could be making up the fact, that, yeah, like somebody else is pregnant. So that's just another, way, for people to, look at somebody, to get people to look at somebody, like in a way that they shouldn't be looking at somebody. But somebody also, yeah, could find out some news, about a business opportunity. Mm-hmm. So that could be, yeah, the valuable information, that somebody, could be about to receive. Somebody literally could be about to receive a lot of valuable information, but it could just be, yeah, like different things. Uh-huh. You could be seeing a lot of butterflies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a change that's coming for somebody. Yeah, it's a change for the better. So I feel like that too, yeah, like somebody, somebody, yeah, when it comes, like to somebody's health, you know what I mean? This could be, yeah, like somebody's spiritual health. Yeah. Somebody needs to pay attention, yeah. Somebody needs to pay attention to their physical health as well, their emotional health, their mental health, Mm-hmm. But I really feel like, that, yeah, like, there is somebody, that, yeah, like they've already made some type of, transaction with somebody. And I feel like that, yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, off of that one transaction, I feel like that, yeah, it helped to change somebody's life, you know what I mean, slightly. And so somebody knows that, yeah, well, like, if I am around this person, yeah, I know that my life, is going to go better than what it is, Mm-hmm. But I just feel like somebody needs to, yeah, be aware. Going back to, be aware of somebody, anyone from your past wanting to enter back into your life. Because I don't feel like like those transactions are going to benefit somebody's life. They could just be trying to benefit off of somebody. You know what I mean? So yeah, going back to the energy vampires. But somebody is on cocaine. Mm-hmm. So this is like, yeah, like people, yeah, like purposely, like trying to get it back in somebody's life. Yeah, to get somebody to come to the edge. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's some stuff, that somebody, has already, yeah, like wiped out of their life. You know what I mean? From their past. And so yeah, there's people, that are still on the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Still doing the same things. You know what I mean? That, yeah, could be trying to come back in somebody's life. You know what I mean? To make somebody, like regress. So that's what somebody needs to, be aware of. Mm-hmm. But we got the money path. So, mm-hmm. There is a money path that definitely is waiting for somebody to find it. And then we got the bouquet. So somebody definitely is about to receive their flowers. For sure. Be aware, of, yeah, like being complimented by people. Because I feel like that, yeah, like there are some people, that, yeah, I feel like that somebody, is being admired by many people. But yeah, good and bad, you know what I mean? So yeah, just, use your discernment, at this time. Mm-hmm. But somebody, could be about to, yeah, receive, like some type of compliments, or, you know what I mean? There's somebody that definitely is thinking, of somebody highly. And so I feel like that, yeah, with that being said, that could be, yeah, some type of valuable information, that, yeah, is about to, like be brought to somebody. But this could be, like, yeah, like, somebody, that, yeah, like they want to, yeah, invest in somebody, or they want to start a new business with somebody. Uh-huh. But then we have the casket. Mm-hmm. Somebody definitely, yeah, somebody could be, yeah, like trying to, yeah, like in somebody out here. So I feel like somebody just needs to be aware, especially when it going back to be aware of anyone coming back, trying to come back around from the past, because somebody's into some stuff out here. Yeah, but I feel like too that like when it comes to like the cross card coming out, there definitely could be somebody that could be going out of somebody's life. But something about like somebody being in self-harm energy. So I don't know, check on your neighbors, check on your family members. But it's an end of a situation. Yeah, it's the end of a situation. If somebody like is trying to hex, you know what I mean, or like do some type of dark work, somebody is being protected from negative forces beyond their control. Somebody possibly has been being protected from like some type of negative forces beyond their control. For some time now, because we have October out here. I picked up on November. Somebody definitely could be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. But there is somebody that like they could be trying to like cause like some type of ill health for somebody. It's giving me like it's really giving me mental. I mean, it could be physical, but it definitely is giving me mental. But there is somebody that definitely, they have passed away. Somebody has passed away, and they are protecting somebody, from, the negative forces that are beyond, their control. You could be seeing a lot of flies. Somebody, monitoring spirits. Be aware of, monitoring spirits. But somebody definitely, somebody, could be, like having some type of depression out here. Ooh. Somebody, could be, like getting depressed because, like they're old, or getting older. But somebody's about to receive some recognition. Somebody's about to receive some reward, and it has something to do, for somebody's merit. So, the government, is watching somebody or some people. I don't know. Somebody, could be trying to duck a setup, or somebody, could be trying to duck somebody, that like they know that set them up. We got a Virgo, so you could be a Virgo or have Virgo in your chart, or there's a Virgo involved. I don't know. There could be some people, that, like they were saying, that, like you were the problem, when it comes, like to some stuff going on. Or, like you were the problem as far as, going back to somebody, like saying, oh, I said I was going to get them braces first. And now all of a sudden, like they're, want to get braces. I feel like like there is somebody or some people that, like they made up a whole story about somebody. So I feel like that's who's trying to duck somebody. Because somebody's exposing themselves, or like somebody like they could just be doing stuff, and people could be like seeing now, you know what I mean, that like nah, divine feminine, divine masculine, they couldn't be the problem. The problem is you on drugs. The problem is you're going towards the dark. The problem is you just run your mouth. The problem is you just make up lies, make up stories. So whoever like this message is resonating with, just know that you are not the problem. Somebody could have said that you were a problem because they're facing some type of major roadblock. Somebody definitely their agenda was to cause a major roadblock for somebody, pretty much. And now they've hit a major roadblock. This is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they could have some type of hidden obsession. This could be a hidden obsession with somebody, you know what I mean? This could be, you know, like, yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could have a hidden obsession when it comes to, yeah, like doing some dark stuff out here. But there could be somebody, you know, that has a hidden obsession with somebody else. And so, yeah, because, you know, they have a hidden obsession with somebody else, yeah, they look at somebody like, oh, they got to be moved out of the way. Because ain't no way we going to get to them, you know, if, yeah, like they're there. You know what I mean? It's what it's giving me. Yeah. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, somebody's avoiding somebody out here. But this hidden obsession is also giving me too, yeah, like, you know, like, yeah, like somebody having a hidden obsession with, you know, like drugs. Hidden obsession, yeah, with dark stuff. It don't have to necessarily be, you know, like drugs. It's just dark stuff, you know. It's not stuff of the light. We got a karmic soulmate. So, yeah, there's a karmic soulmate that's involved. Or there is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they have been avoiding somebody, you know. And it's because, yeah, like they've been trying to, you know, like duck a karmic soulmate. So somebody definitely, yeah, they made up with somebody. And I feel like that, yeah, they realized that that was a mistake. But a karmic soulmate, you know, it don't have to be a lover. You know what I mean? A karmic soulmate, you know, could be a family member. You know what I mean? It could be a friend. Well, let me not say family member, but it could be a friend, you know. It could be, yeah, somebody, you know, that somebody grew up with. I mean, yeah. There's a karmic soulmate that definitely, yeah, is involved. Yeah. But going back to, yeah, like somebody already, you know, having, you know, like the victory, somebody already winning. So, yeah, somebody needs to know that they hold the power when it comes, yeah, like to this situation. Somebody knows that somebody holds some type of power out here. That's also, too, why somebody's, you know, like avoiding somebody. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could hold the power when it comes to, you know, like making some type of important decision. Or somebody, you know, yeah, when somebody receives, you know, yeah, like the valuable information, you know, yeah, that could help somebody, you know, like to make some type of, you know, like important decision. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could be doing stuff behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, like they don't want somebody to tell the truth out here. About something. So that could be, you know, a reason why, yeah, like somebody or some people have been avoiding somebody. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, used the money that somebody gave them to commit unethical actions against them. So it goes back to, yeah, like the transaction. But, yeah, it wasn't personal. It was spiritual. So, yeah, they just didn't know, you know, that, yeah, like the money that somebody gave somebody, yeah, you know, yeah, like it was blessed. You know what I mean? So this is like, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, like receiving a blessing. You know what I mean? And somebody knows that, yeah, like it was a blessing. You know, like the money was a blessing to them. And so, yeah, somebody, you know, could have, yeah, gave the blessed money, you know what I mean, to somebody. And so, yeah, at that moment, yeah, they didn't know it, but they messed up. Yeah, somebody just, yeah, is being told to, yeah, be cautious. So be cautious when it comes to, you know, like people from your past trying to come back around. You know, yeah, be cautious when it comes, you know, to, yeah, like whoever these people are. But somebody else already is paranoid, going back to, yeah, like somebody sleeping with one eye open. Somebody literally, yeah, could be sleeping, you know, like they could just be sitting up, you know what I mean, in the dark. You know what I mean? But it's something about, yeah, like somebody always prepared. Somebody stays ready so they don't have to get ready. So I feel like that somebody, you know, yeah, like they could feel, you know what I mean, something, you know, yeah, like about to take place. Somebody definitely, yeah, is being told to use caution or be cautious when it comes to, yeah, like gossiping. But yeah, somebody should have watched what they said. So there could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they ran their mouth too much and it could have caused them, you know, like some type of major roadblock. We got to expect the call. So somebody possibly, yeah, could be about to receive a phone call. This phone call, you know, could be a part of somebody having to make an important decision, or there's somebody, you know, that has already made some type of important decision. And so, yeah, they could be about to, you know, like reach out to somebody. But there's also somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they don't want somebody to tell the truth out here. So Somebody just needs to, yeah, be cautious when it comes to that. We got a Pisces. So you could be a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, or there's a Pisces involved. There could be a Pisces that, yeah, could be avoiding somebody. There's a Pisces that possibly, yeah, they don't want somebody to tell the truth. Or they don't want, like a karmic soulmate to tell somebody the truth. Or this is somebody's karmic soulmate. Somebody, yeah, could be trying to fix something with somebody. It could simply be because, yeah, like they don't want somebody to, like tell some type of truth. So I feel like that somebody just needs to, yeah, like, yeah, use caution with this. But whoever this is that, like could be avoiding somebody, they know that somebody, is like on, like they're on the right path. They know somebody's on their divine journey. This could be the person that I was picking up on, like, yeah, like somebody, has, yeah, made, like a transaction. Yeah, it's not personal, it's spiritual. This is somebody that, somebody, could know that they have, like some type of spiritual connection with, or maybe this person is realizing, that they have a spiritual connection with somebody. But whoever this is, they could be holding on to something that is fake. So yeah, they could be holding on to a karmic soulmate. So somebody definitely, yeah, they made up with somebody. But somebody also made up the fact that they were on the right path. You know what I mean? They made up the fact, that, yeah, like, they trust in God, and, they made up a lot. And so I feel like that, yeah, when it comes to, yeah, like somebody making up, a story, to, yeah, like get in somebody's energy, yeah, that was a mistake that they made as well. But somebody, could be realizing that, yeah, like they're holding on to something that is fake. They're holding on to, a fake relationship. They're holding on, to, yeah, like fake love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people around them show them fake love. Yeah, somebody's holding on to something fake. So, somebody just being told to be cautious, but somebody's also being told, yeah, like doing nothing is doing something. So, yeah, I feel like that somebody, thought that somebody, was going to, like, try to, like get revenge on them. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, whoever this is, they crossed somebody. They crossed somebody, and so yeah, they possibly, yeah, have been sleeping with one eye open, because, yeah, like they thought at any moment they gonna come busting through that door, any moment they gonna come busting through that window. And I feel like that, yeah, like somebody didn't, do what somebody thought, that they were gonna do. Somebody, yeah, just stayed in their place, and continued to run their race, because, yeah, whoever I'm speaking to, yeah, you have faith, you know what I mean, in God. You have faith, you know what I mean, that, yeah, like God is going to move mountains for you, because that's what God, has said, to, yeah, those, that believe in him. And so I feel like, yeah, like somebody knows that they don't have to do nothing. Because, yeah, somebody got a spiritual team, and, yeah, the Most High God, is, yeah, they daddy. Ooh, yeah. I did a message, it's been a while ago, and, I think it's called Who's Your Daddy? The title was Who's Your Daddy? Yeah, the Most High God. I don't know. Somebody, yeah, like they could have, like, yeah, like caused some type of major roadblock, because, yeah, like they could have been refusing to apologize for what they have done. Somebody, yeah, could be refusing to apologize for what they said. Or what they did. So whoever this is that possibly, yeah, is refusing to apologize, they possibly, yeah, are about to apologize. But I feel like somebody just still needs to use caution. Because somebody definitely, yeah, they want to communicate with somebody. They want to talk. Yeah, and then we got phone call. I don't know. Somebody, could be using, like some type of fake accounts, you know what I mean, to like spy on somebody. So, yeah, fake social media accounts to spy on somebody. I don't know, somebody's karmic soulmate, yeah, could be using fake accounts, you know what I mean, to spy on somebody, spy on whoever this is. Somebody definitely, yeah, has some type of hidden obsession out here. But there's also somebody, that, yeah, like they don't want somebody to tell some type of truth, and it has something to do with, yeah, like some documents and some paperwork. So, Or there's somebody, that, yeah, like they don't want, like people to find out what's on, like some type of documents or paperwork. But it's something about, yeah, some government documents, some government paperwork. But I feel like if somebody, like doesn't know about, like some type of documents and paperwork, doing nothing is doing something. Somebody's going to find out what's on the documents and paperwork anyway. Yeah, somebody's been hiding what they've been doing behind closed doors. I don't know. Because we got reckless endangerment. So I don't know. Somebody, could have been planning and plotting on somebody, like behind closed doors. But going back to what I picked up, like somebody, like is hiding, that they're like in an abusive situation. So somebody, could find out about, like some type of abusive situation. That could be documented and it has something to do with an abusive situation. So, I don't know. There could be somebody, that, like they could be waving the white flag. Somebody definitely, could have made up with somebody. And, some stuff could be going on behind closed doors. Now somebody, is ready to get on their divine path. Now somebody, on their divine journey. Now somebody, they're ready to fix their life. But I feel like it's after some stuff, has been taking place. But whoever this is, like they know, that, like you put the past behind you. So when it going back, to when, like somebody was like, I know that they can help me get my life together. And somebody was like, well, how could they help you get your life together? How And, somebody could have been like, because, they've healed, from the past. They've done healing, They've done, enough, to help me get, fix my life. Somebody's focused on their future. But somebody definitely, behind closed doors, they've been trying to, like to destroy somebody's future is also what I'm picking up. But somebody, has put the past behind them and that's what they're focused on, creating, they're focused on the present, but they're working on creating a great future. So be aware because there's somebody that definitely, they want to attach to somebody's energy. Because whoever this is, they feel like that they're out of options. So somebody, could say that they want to wave the white flag. But I feel like it's just because they're out of options. But I'm also picking up too that, there's somebody, that, like they wanted to attach to somebody's energy. So it goes back to, making that transaction. It wasn't personal. It was spiritual. So somebody possibly, somebody, could say that they want to diffuse, like some type of situation out here. I feel like, like somebody done got, involved, with, like some type of government stuff, or, somebody, they have some type of involvement with the law in some way, shape, form, or fashion, especially, with this reckless endangerment card coming out. But somebody just needs to be aware, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that there is somebody that has some type of hidden obsession, but it's not a good hidden obsession with somebody. And somebody, they're thinking dark thoughts about somebody. Somebody is not, in a good headspace. But there is somebody, that, like they're amazed by somebody's transformation. Or there's people, that, like are amazed by somebody's transformation. But I picked up on, like people, like, somebody being admired by many people, but like good and bad. Somebody just needs to know that, there are people, that admire somebody, in a good way, but there's also people that, like they're, like admiring somebody, but like not in a, like not in a good way. So people pocket watch it, you know what I mean? People, like they're just envious and jealous, you know what I mean? Because like somebody's happy, you know what I mean? Happiness haters, energy vampires. But there's somebody that definitely, they admire somebody for not falling into the trap. So I feel like like somebody, could have tried to set some type of trap for somebody, and they literally watch somebody, go around that trap. Or this is like, like somebody, being admired for not, like falling, for a story, or falling, for some type of lifestyle, or like somebody getting out, you know what I mean, of some type of lifestyle. But there definitely is a storm that's brewing. So I feel like that could be what somebody could feel, you know what I mean, like a storm brewing. But I feel like it's not, like whoever, like this message is resonating with, it's whoever these people are. Or whoever, is using fake accounts to spy on somebody, whoever has some type of hidden obsession. It's giving me, like somebody, could be trying to, like get away from somebody or some people. And there's somebody or some people that are like, yeah, you're not going anywhere, you know what I mean? But these are, like people of the dark, or these are people, that, they're not of the light. They're not, they're not on the right path. They're not going towards, success and victory for sure. So people, definitely, could be planning to physically attack somebody. Or there is somebody, that, like they, like were planning to physically attack somebody until, they realized that somebody, like wasn't the problem. I don't know, there could be people, that could be turning on somebody now, you know what I mean? Because, like, they could realize that, they created a big problem, you know what I mean? Off of lies or off of a made-up story. Somebody definitely, could have used some type of illegal documents to commit multiple crimes out here. So I feel like, too, somebody definitely, could want to reach out to somebody because, like they know that they hold the power. Because, whatever these illegal documents were used, they could have belonged to somebody, or, like, like when they use these illegal documents to commit commit multiple crimes, it could have been against, like whoever, like this message is resonating with. So, somebody just needs to be aware because there are some messy and desperate individuals out here. Somebody, like they could have, like been planning to physically attack somebody because, like they don't want somebody, like to tell some type of truth out here. Or there's somebody, that, like they could have been trying to, like get other people, you know what I mean, to, like attack somebody, going back to the beginning, like somebody, like, getting other people, like to go against somebody. But whoever this is, they're going the wrong way. So somebody possibly, they could realize that they were going the wrong way. You know what I mean? Going towards the dark instead of going towards the light. We got a cruel family member. So there's a cruel family member that's involved. Somebody could be a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. It's a cruel family member. That's the problem. We got a text message. So somebody, could receive a phone call. Somebody, could receive a text message. I feel like like somebody, somebody, could, receive, phone calls, text messages. I don't know. Somebody possibly, like isn't, like communicating with somebody. Or, like there's somebody, that somebody has been trying to communicate with. And, they've been avoiding somebody out here. We got a woman. So, there's a woman involved. But something about, like a man, you know what I mean? Like planning to physically attack a woman or something like that. Or, somebody, there's a woman that got, attacked. It could have something to do with, like this reckless endangerment. But I'm also picking up, too, that, there is somebody, that, like it could be a man. And they're like, we'll send a woman in there to do it. Or that's what they, we're planning to do. But I feel like, too, that there is somebody going back to, like somebody, like they're not, like in a good head space, you know what I mean? They could be pushed past the breaking point. So maybe somebody's like, I'm chunking up the deuces. And so, maybe that's why somebody, is in the, like going out with a bang energy. Because, that's what I feel like. Somebody, like if they're going out with a bang. Or, if this ends, you know what I mean? It's going to end, with it. I'm going to end it with a bang. But I feel like that whoever this is, they don't realize that, they committed blasphemy. So, who they pushed past the breaking point? The Most High God. Their confidence is definitely, taking a big hit. Divine intervention is at play. And whoever this is, they're jealous and envious of somebody. Or there's people that are jealous and envious of somebody. There definitely, could be a man, you know what I mean, that's like jealous and envious of a woman as well. Which, There's somebody, there's some people that thought that, yeah, like somebody, you know, was a fake puppet on their string. So they thought that they could manipulate somebody. You know what I mean? They thought, you know, that, yeah, or that's what they think. So be aware, but it says thought. So yeah, somebody thought you were a fake puppet on their string. They're realizing now that you're not. They're realizing now that, yeah, whoever these people are, yeah, they can't fool you. You know what I mean? You're not a fake puppet on their string. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they can't, you know, manipulate. Yeah, you're not easily manipulated. You're not easily swayed. You're not easily fooled. Yeah, and you're protected. You could be seeing the angel number 444. Yeah, you're very protected. Yep. Whoever these people are, yeah, they have animosity over your winning mindset. Yeah, so keep winning. And they have unchecked emotions. And guess what? Yeah. Karma definitely is at somebody's door. You could be seeing the angel number 888. Yeah, continue to, you know, create a balance in your life. We got a mother involved. Somebody's mother is involved. That could be that cruel family member. Or somebody's cruel family member. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could find out, yeah, like their own mother, you know, like set them up in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Or somebody's mother was involved. I don't know. Somebody's mother could be passed away. So yeah, like somebody's mother, you know what I mean, that has passed away, you know, yeah, could be teaching whoever these people are a lesson. But somebody's mother definitely, yeah, was involved with, you know, yeah, like doing, you know, like some stuff, yeah, behind closed doors. Somebody's mother, yeah, is gossiping, you know, behind, you know, like closed doors. People are gossiping, you know, about somebody behind closed doors. Ooh, we got released from jail. So, I don't know. Somebody, you know, yeah, could get released from jail or prison. So, we saw October, and then, yeah, we picked up on November. So, somebody, you know, could get released from jail or prison October or November. Or somebody, yeah, like, they could have already gotten released from jail or prison. That's for somebody, not everybody. But there is somebody or some people that, yeah, like they financially benefited from betraying others for so long. It's a norm to them. So it goes back to, yeah, you know, somebody giving, you know, like somebody, you know, like some money, and they, yeah, like commit some type of unethical actions against the person that gave them the money. But yeah, they didn't know who they were making the transaction with, or they didn't know what type of transaction it was. Yeah, it wasn't personal, it was spiritual. Yeah, whoever this is, they allow fear to dictate their actions. So this is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they made up with somebody or some people, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, to do the wrong things, you know? Yeah, they were going towards the dark, you know what I mean? They were doing dark things. Somebody, you know, yeah, they think that what they're doing is normal. It's not. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Whoever this is, yeah, they could be trapped in a comparison trap. So this is giving me, you know, like, yeah, well, they do it, you know what I mean? And you know, it looks like they're being blessed. Nah. Blessings don't come from doing evil. So yeah, whoever this is, they're not looking at, you know, this situation, you know, from, yeah, like a different perspective. They could be now, but they weren't when they decided, you know, to, yeah, betray somebody. Yeah, they should have used caution. But I feel like that somebody definitely, yeah, somebody needs to, yeah, use caution. Because I feel like that there is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like going back to, yeah, somebody not in a good headspace. Yeah, having wild thoughts. We got guardian angel message. So somebody, you know, yeah, could be about to receive a guardian angel message, or somebody, you know, has already received a guardian angel message. So that's how somebody is always prepared. That's how somebody stays ready so they don't have to get ready. I don't know if there's somebody, you know, that was, yeah, they trying to act like, you know, that, yeah, like they, you know, yeah, hear from God. You can't hear from God going towards the dark. So somebody's hearing from something else. It ain't God. It ain't a spirit guide. It ain't a guardian angel. It ain't an ancestor. Yeah, they hearing from something else. It's of the dark. Yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they have issues with dependency. So, yeah, so going back to, you know, yeah, when I picked up on, yeah, like somebody's on cocaine. So, yeah, I don't know. Somebody, you know, could yeah, do too much, or, yeah, somebody could get a hold of something, you know, that, yeah, like they don't know what it is, you know, when they do it, and then, yeah, like they're paranoid, you know. Yeah, they're they're hearing voices, and all type of stuff. I don't know. But whoever this is, they could feel boxed in. They could feel like the four walls are closing in on them. So, yeah, something about somebody, like sitting in the dark. Or somebody, yeah, I don't know. I feel like somebody knows, that, yeah, like they can really feel it in their spirit, that it's time, to, yeah, get their life. Uh-huh. Yeah, somebody, could be trying to, yeah, like, fix, like their issues with dependency, But I feel like that that's what's, like if somebody was like locked up, that was, yeah, what was on somebody's mind, But as soon as, yeah, like they got out, yeah, they went straight towards the dark. They went towards, yeah, doing dark stuff. And they could have came in contact, with, yeah, somebody of the light, And so going back to, yeah, it wasn't personal, yeah, it was spiritual. It was meant for somebody, to, yeah, come in contact with somebody. So this could, going back to, yeah, a lesson or a blessing. Mm-hmm. Somebody, could feel like that the four walls are closing in on them because somebody, yeah, could have been up in somebody's Akashic records. So with that being said, it's giving me, yeah, like they went touching a door that they weren't supposed to touch. You know what I mean? They went, yeah, like digging in some records that they weren't supposed to dig in. So that could be why somebody, could be about to pass away. Uh-huh. But yeah, Akashic Records is like a metaphysical library that is said to contain every thought, action, feeling, and event that have ever occurred. So somebody, yeah, could have been, like up in somebody's Akashic Records when it comes, to, yeah, like trying to, get some information about somebody's past, possibly, yeah, to use it against them. But I feel like whoever this is, they engaged in it with somebody else. They made some type of, yeah, transaction, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's giving me, yeah, like they made some type of transaction with somebody, that, yeah, like it's of the dark, They could have claimed that they're of the light, but they were really of the dark. And so, yeah, somebody, yeah, they basically, allowed somebody, to manipulate them to believe that, yeah, it's okay to go in their Akashic Records. We can see what happened in their past, Yeah, somebody has been fishing for information. On top of that, yeah, not only, has somebody been fishing for spiritual information, they've been fishing, like for physical information as well. Uh-huh. Somebody definitely, yeah, has been, like up in somebody's Akashic Records trying to figure out how to hex or curse somebody. How does that work? Woo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, possibly, yeah, like trying to, like hex, or curse, like somebody's third eye. Mm-hmm. Somebody's also, yeah, been trying to figure out how to make somebody, think that, like it's just their imagination. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like you're not really hearing from, guardian angels. Or you're not really, yeah, you can't really see out of that third eye. Uh-huh. But I feel like that there is somebody, that, yeah, like they're trapped in a comparison trap. So this is like somebody that thinks, that, yeah, like, that they, yeah, like, like are the same as somebody, or yeah, like they're, yeah, the one, you know what I mean? And somebody else, like they're the real one and somebody else is the fake one. Yeah, they got it all misconstrued. Yeah. But somebody also, yeah, like going back to, yeah, sleeping with one eye open. Yeah, third eye. So yeah, even if somebody sleeps, yeah, somebody can still see what's going on. Uh-huh. So that's why somebody feels boxed in, because it's giving me, yeah, like somebody, could be trying to figure out every angle, you know what I mean, to try to get, I don't know if it's communicate or, yeah, when it comes to, like their plan, you know what I mean, they were trying every angle, you know what I mean, and yeah, it still didn't work. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like, when, like my grandmother, she always used to tell us, yeah, because we always used to be like, Granny, how you know what's going on? How you, and she'd be like, yeah, because I got eyes in the back of my head. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We got a Scorpio, so you could be a Scorpio, have Scorpio on your chart, or there's a Scorpio involved. Somebody definitely, yeah, somebody's trying to duck some type of investigation, or somebody, yeah, is being investigated. But I'm also picking up, too, that, yeah, like somebody, is, yeah, like investigating somebody. They have a hidden obsession with somebody. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. We got secret texts and emails. So somebody, could, yeah, be secretly texting and emailing, like somebody. Or, yeah, there's some texts and emails, that, yeah, like were hidden, you know what I mean? They could be, yeah, like surfacing, or, yeah. Uh-huh. Ooh. Somebody needs to be aware, because they're definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could be driving past somebody's house daily. Somebody is doing some investigating out here. I don't know, it could be a private investigator, or it could be, you know, like a detective, or it could be, yeah, like somebody. But somebody, you know, could be scared, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, going back to allow fear to dictate their decisions. So somebody, you know, yeah, they could have been scared of real love, you know what I mean? Yeah, when they made that transaction, you know, it wasn't personal, it was spiritual. They could have felt it. So that could have scared somebody, you know what I mean? They could be scared because of somebody's third eye. They could be scared of somebody's, you know, yeah, because somebody, you know, yeah, they receive, you know, like messages, you know, from, yeah, the spiritual realm. But I'm also picking up too that, yeah, when people, you know, decided, you know, to, yeah, like cross the line, when people decided, you know, to spiritually trespass or whatever they, you know, decided to do, trying to get somebody's Akashic records, I feel like that, yeah, somebody, whoever this is, their Akashic records have been open to whoever, you know, like this message is resonating with. Yeah. So that's why, you know, yeah, you could be about to receive some valuable information. Yep. But whoever this is that drives past somebody's house daily, yeah, they fail to recognize their blessings. So they know that you were, you know, yeah, a blessing. They know, you know what I mean, that, yeah, like it was meant for them to come in contact with you, yeah, because it was supposed to help them, yeah, to get on the right path. Yeah, but they chose to go towards the dark. They could have listened to other people, you know, so other people were like, yeah, they ain't gonna lead you nowhere but to the dark. But the whole time, this person, you know, yeah, when they made the transaction, you know, when they came in contact with somebody, yeah, they could feel, you know, yeah, the light all over somebody. Matter of fact, they could see somebody's light shining bright. Yeah, whoever this is, yeah, they were just delaying destiny. But yeah, there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they keep investigating somebody, they keep trying to get information on somebody, you know, and it's so that, yeah, like they could, you know, yeah, like try to delay destiny. So it's like a karmic soulmate, you know what I mean? So yeah, this could be somebody's divine counterpart, and it's somebody's karmic soulmate that, yeah, like they keep trying to do stuff, you know, trying to delay somebody's destiny. Yeah, well, you know what they did? They committed blasphemy, and so yeah, they done push the Most High God to the breaking point. So we got open case. So yeah, somebody, you know, could have a spiritual open case, or yeah, there's a physical open case. So somebody, you know, could get released from jail or prison and then turn around and, yeah, there's another case that's open on somebody. This could be, you know, like released from, you know, spiritual jail or prison. So we have missing information. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have left out some information. So it goes back to when somebody, you know, like made up, you know, like a whole story to make somebody look like that they were on the right path, or, you know, that they wanted to, you know, yeah, like work with somebody, or, you know, whatever they told somebody. But yeah, like they left out some information. So somebody possibly, yeah, could be about to receive some missing information, or some information that was left out. This could have something to do with an open case. This could have something to do, you know, with somebody being involved with reckless endangerment. This could have something to do, you know, with, yeah, like somebody being, you know, yeah, like an abusive individual. Yeah. But whoever, you know, like this message is resonating with, yeah, like you have done a great job at allowing your guides to guide you. So yeah. But there is somebody that definitely, yeah, they could be trying to get somebody's attention. I feel like it definitely is somebody's guides. They could be trying to get somebody's attention. That's also what I'm picking up. But it also, yeah, it's somebody. So it could be a karmic soulmate. It's somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they're just trying to sabotage. Yeah. But there's also somebody, you know, that could be trying to get somebody's attention. It could be by driving past somebody's house. Maybe somebody does see this person, and yeah, like somebody's like, yeah, no. But somebody definitely, yeah, they want to work something out with somebody. They want to heal with somebody. Yeah. Because whoever this is, they know that somebody, you know, has went through some type of struggles. They know that somebody, you know, yeah, has went through a lot. So people asking somebody, well, how are they going to help you, you know, to fix your life? Yeah, because somebody, you know, has already went through enough, you know what I mean? You know, and somebody, yeah, has healed from, you know, some stuff that they have gone through. So yeah, they can be there to help other people. That could be, you know, one of somebody's, you know, like purposes on this good green earth is to help other people, you know, like get through, you know, struggles and, you know, things of that nature. Help people to fix their life. It's giving me, you know, like a life coach, you know what I mean? Somebody, you know, could be a spiritual life coach. But yeah, the struggles that somebody went through made them wiser and stronger. Somebody, you know, could be considered the black sheep. But yeah, you know, when it comes to, you know, like the black sheep, you know, yeah, the black sheep really sticks out, you know? And the fact of the matter is, when it comes, you know, to, yeah, like, when it comes to God, yeah, in a sense, you know, like the white sheep, yeah, they're all the same, you know what I mean? They're all the same. While the black sheep, yeah, is not the same. So this gives me, you know, like, yeah, like, of course, you know, yeah, God, you know, yeah, would want to, you know, yeah, like work with the black sheep. Because, yeah, the black sheep is the one that's looked like, you know, that, yeah, like they have all the issues and stuff. And maybe they do, you know what I mean? But, yeah, that gives, you know, yeah, God, you know, glory. Because, yeah, God can mold the black sheep, you know, into a new, better version, you know, like, of themselves, you know what I mean? Right before people's eyes. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. And so, yeah, with that being said, you know, yeah, going back to somebody, you know, has gone through struggles and you know, yeah, like the struggles that somebody has went through has made them wiser and stronger. Yeah. It's because, you know, somebody had to realize in order for them to be a better version of themselves, yeah, they got to work on themselves, by themselves, for themselves. And that's what somebody, you know, is, yeah, continuing to do every day. So somebody don't care if they're considered the black sheep. Somebody don't care if people are saying that they're the problem. Somebody knows who they are. Somebody knows, you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody knows that they ain't going towards the dark. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so, yeah, just know that, yeah, you hold the power. Yeah, nothing can stop you. Yeah, you're moving on up. Uh-huh. So be aware because, or use caution because, yeah, it further lets me know that, yeah, people are trying to stop somebody from moving on up. Mm-hmm. Or that's what they've been trying to do. Or whoever this is, you know what I mean? Yeah, they could realize, yeah, that there's people around them that were trying to stop them from moving on up. They were trying to delay their destiny. But there is a big mouth coward. They should have watched what they said. Mm-hmm. Whoever this big mouth coward is, yeah, they have issues with dependency. So, yeah, how they going to talk about anybody? Uh-huh. Yeah. Whoever this big mouth coward is, they definitely, yeah, they could have, you know, yeah, got a lot of people, you know what I mean, to secretly unite in a plot to go against somebody. And now the four walls are closing in on them. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, somebody passed a test out here. So this could be a test of faith. This could be a test of patience, you know what I mean? This could be a test, you know, as far as, you know, all this stuff going on. Was somebody going to continue to, you know, like focus on themselves, you know what I mean? Or, yeah, entertain, you know, the BS. Yeah, so somebody needs to know that they passed the test. Uh-huh. Yeah, somebody was expecting a response. There's a big mouth coward that was expecting a response. They were expecting somebody to get revenge. They were expecting, you know, like somebody, you know, to, yeah, like operate, you know, like in their energy. But it goes back to, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, telling, you know, like trying to get somebody, you know, like come to the edge, come to the edge. And then on top of that, yeah, whatever mission, you know, that somebody, you know, yeah, had, you know, created, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's been aborted, you know, whatever plan, you know, that somebody, you know, yeah, had, yeah, it failed because, yeah, the truth has already been exposed. So with that being said, somebody, you know, planning to physically attack somebody because they didn't want the truth to come out, or, you know, somebody, you know, yeah, like planning, you know, yeah, like to try to, you know, communicate with somebody, you know, and yeah, like try to use, you know, false, you know, praise, or, you know what I mean, to, yeah, like try to not to get somebody, you know, to tell some type of truth. Yeah, the truth has already been exposed. Yeah, so yeah, the storm is over. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if somebody, you know, was trying to cause a storm, you know, to brew over somebody, yeah, the storm is over. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that, yeah, there's a storm that's brewing for, yeah, some other people. Mm-hmm. There's a so-called tarot reader out here, you know what I mean, that they secretly united to go on a plot against somebody as well. That's the person that, yeah, could have been up in somebody's Akashic records. But if they were really, you know, yeah, was on God's side, then they would know that, yeah, that's off limits. So yeah, it's a wannabe. It's a copycat. It's a wannabe. So you could be, you know, like an intuitive, because we have, you know, the third eye out here. You could be an intuitive, you know what I mean? And then there's a tarot card reader. It's a difference, you know what I mean? Yeah, they were trying, yeah, you already won. Uh-huh. Yeah, and there is a guardian angel that definitely, yeah, is beside somebody. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, their cruel playing field. Somebody, you know, could get somebody fired from a job, or somebody, you know, yeah, they were trying to get somebody fired from a job. I really feel like, too, that there is a big mouth coward that's going to get fired from a job. So this could be a government job, you know what I mean? I don't know. It has something to do with some documents and paperwork. Mm-hmm. We got information overload, so yeah. Somebody definitely is about to receive some valuable information, but there's also some. So whoever these people are, yeah, they could possibly be overloaded by some information, and it has everything to do with their cruel playing field. We got 11 to 20 years, so something about an open case. So somebody could be facing 11 to 20 years, or there is somebody or some people that like that somebody hasn't communicated with in a very long time. They could be trying to come back around, so just be aware. But there's also there are some people that definitely could have been trying to get somebody to catch a case. So watch those around you. But I'm also picking up too that there is somebody that realizes that like them going towards the dark, people around them, they don't care. They don't care if they catch a case. They don't care, you know what I mean? Yep. But there is a big mouth coward that all they was doing was running their mouth. It's all they ain't running nothing else but their mouth. And so there could be people that like have receipts, you know what I mean, that somebody wasn't doing nothing but running their mouth. There's also people that have receipts that somebody ain't nothing but a big mouth coward. They ain't gonna bust a grape in Welch's backyard. But there's also receipts that there were people that were secretly united in a plot to go against somebody. And they secretly united to go in a plot to go against somebody by fabricating many stories. Whoever this big mouth coward is, they're a lost soul, and everybody else that they're around is a lost soul. There could be people that could have tried to say that like whoever like this message is resonating with, you're a lost soul. Somebody definitely they sold their soul. They traded their destiny for something fake. You know what I mean? Their birthright for something fake is also what I'm picking up, or whoever these people are. But while people running their mouth, somebody showing the world all their greatness. Yep. Yep, and there definitely is somebody that they told lie after lie after lie, while somebody is on their pathway to healing and growth. Somebody could have manipulated a child to lie, so this could have something to do with some type of abuse. There's a lurking feminine energy. So there's a feminine energy involved. It could be somebody's karmic soulmate. So it goes back to like somebody trying to get somebody to catch a case. But I feel like that's the person that somebody could have made up with. You know what I mean? They could have went back with instead of like going towards their destiny, going towards their future. They were delaying their destiny. There definitely is somebody that definitely is not playing with a full deck out here. So that could be the one, that they could want to, they're planning to physically, attack somebody. But I feel like that at the end of the day, they possibly, could be realizing, that, like, they shouldn't have, been planning, to physically attack somebody. But they could be mad because like their cruel plan failed. They could be mad because like the truth has already like been exposed. We got restraining order. So I don't know. Somebody could need to get a restraining order, or there somebody has some type of restraining order against somebody. So that could be how somebody got an open case. So they shouldn't went back to somebody. They shouldn't went and made up with somebody. But it's also giving me too like somebody made up a whole story. You know what I mean? To have somebody like in a predicament, you know what I mean, to where like their future, is at risk. We got premeditated assault. But there is somebody, that like they could be, like in the mind of, like trying, wanting to harm somebody. Maybe that's why somebody, maybe that's why somebody, could have been avoiding somebody. So maybe somebody, felt like, that they were protecting somebody, But we got hiring a lawyer. So somebody, could be hiring a lawyer out here. Or somebody, somebody could find out about, like some type of, like case. And maybe somebody's going to have to hire a lawyer. But I feel like that somebody is hiring a lawyer out here. So that could be, So somebody, could reach out to somebody and somebody, that could be how somebody, receives some type of valuable information. But either way it goes, there's people in this situation that broke many spiritual laws. Yeah, many spiritual laws have been broken. So yeah, it's time for these people to pay up. So regardless, you know, yeah, they got to pay up. So yeah, it's not personal, it's spiritual. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, somebody needs to know that yeah, the power is in your hands. So I don't know. Somebody, you know, is gonna find out some information, you know what I mean? Amongst the, you know, valuable information that somebody's gonna, you know, like receive. And I feel like the yeah, somebody possibly could be a little bit shocked about, you know, like the information that they receive, because it's something about like some crimes being committed, you know what I mean, behind closed doors. Somebody, you know, could be angry and pissed, because they could be, you know, they could, you know, have receipts about, you know, like some stuff that has been going on. I don't know, somebody, you know, could be angry and pissed because they feel like that somebody knows that the power is in your hands. I don't know. Somebody definitely could be purposely harming themselves to get sympathy. So going back to when I picked up, you know, like somebody, you know, like harming themselves, you know. So this could be like like somebody hitting themselves, you know, like somebody, you know, like you know, like it's giving me like the thin line between love and hate movie, like the Fatal Attraction, you know, how the Fatal Attraction you know, basically, you know, was harming herself, you know what I mean, to get attention, or to get somebody, to get them locked up. So that's for somebody, not everybody. But I'm also picking up too the there were people, you know, that could have thought that somebody, you know, was going to be angry or was going to be pissed about, you know, what has been taking place. And God said no. But this is also giving me too, whatever cruel plan, you know, that has already failed. God had already intervened and said, I think the freak not, because y'all done pushed me past the breaking point. So there are some people that are receiving karma, but karma is justice. I'm also picking up too, if there's people, you know, that thought, you know, that like something, you know, wasn't, you know, going to, you know, like they got away with something. They did. They did. They did. They did. Yep. And there definitely is somebody or some people that like they said too much. They did too much and they can't take it back. That there's also some people that we're trying to challenge somebody's authority. So whoever this is, they think that they're over somebody, or they think, you know, that like they're the real one and somebody's the fake one. They got it all misconstrued. And whoever this is, they're on an emotional roller coaster. I'm also picking up too that what these people were trying to do, was trying to cause somebody, you know, to be on an emotional roller coaster. They were causing somebody, you know, they were wanting to cause somebody, you know, to like be in that, you know, like you know, like not in a good headspace mentally. So somebody's about to receive some need to know info. Yep. Because somebody's house is not a home. So, somebody's home is turned upside down. But I feel like it has something to do with, like somebody, you know, going back and making up with somebody. I feel like that's, whoever that is, they weren't supposed to, you know, like go back and make up with somebody, you know what I mean? And I feel like when they went back and made up with somebody, they definitely, you know, was talking ish about whoever, you know, like this message is resonating with. They could have been saying, you know, like you were the reason why, you know, like they don't got a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of, you know what I mean? They could have been saying a lot, or somebody was. It could be like that cruel family member, whoever that cruel family member is. But many spiritual laws have been broken and it's time to pay up. These people are spiritually in debt. They could be spiritually in debt to whoever, you know, like this message is resonating with, because it goes back to, it's not personal, it's spiritual. We got cell phone video evidence. So there could be some type of cell phone video evidence. I don't know, it could have something to do with somebody, you know, like purposely harming themselves to get sympathy, or it's cell phone video evidence of somebody, you know, premeditating, you know, like some type of assault. There could be some type of cell phone video evidence of somebody, you know, yeah, like committing some type of crime. We got Gemini season, so something, you know, could have taken place in Gemini season, or something, you know, could take place by Gemini season. But there definitely, yeah, are some people that were involved in coercion out here. Yeah, there's somebody, some people that are involved in coercion. There's some people that are trying to get somebody to sign some type of documents, but yeah, like it's a trap. So with that being said, yeah, going back to somebody's being admired for not falling in a trap, this could have something to do with, yeah, like signing some documents. I'm also picking up too that, yeah, there is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they possibly, yeah, could be realizing that, yeah, like even, you know, like that one transaction, you know what I mean, that one, you know, like interaction with somebody, yeah, it could have, yeah, you know, yeah, like helped, yeah, somebody in a major way, you know, even though somebody chose to go towards the dark, you know, yeah, like somebody, you know, could have still, you know, yeah, like saw some stuff, even, you know, yeah, like while they were, you know, like, yeah, involved in whatever it is that they were doing. Yeah. So whoever this is, yeah, they could be, you know, like letting go of some type of control. This is somebody, you know, that, yeah, like they could like to use emotional blackmail, or somebody, yeah, like they were emotionally blackmailing somebody, or be aware of people trying to emotionally blackmail. But there is somebody that's coming in on bending knee asking for forgiveness. We got a water sign, so yeah, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Whoever this is, yeah, they definitely, yeah, could be stressed to the max. Whoever this is, there could be people that could be trying to get them to sign some type of documents. But whoever this is, they know that somebody's being protected from bad luck and bad karma. So I feel like that's what somebody thinks, you know what I mean? That they're going to be protected from this. But yeah, many spiritual laws have been broken. So yeah, it's time for them to pay up. And when it comes to, yeah, like whatever the situation is, yeah, somebody's family knows everything. So that could be why somebody's angry and pissed. But it goes back to, yeah, you know, like, yeah, like the mission has aborted because, yeah, like the mission has been aborted because the truth is out. But somebody's family could also know, yeah, everything that was done to somebody. Yep. But whoever, you know, like this message is resonating with, yeah, you prove that one's circumstances, yeah, don't define, you know, one's potential. And so, yeah, that's why, you know, you're in the energy that you're in. Yep. So just know that there is some money that definitely, yeah, it's on its way to somebody. But be aware of somebody, you know, yeah, like coming in with a hidden agenda. I don't know. That could be, you know, how, you know, a part of somebody's hidden agenda. Somebody trying to bring some money. Somebody. So I just feel like somebody just needs to, yeah, trust their intuition, you know, when it comes, you know, to, yeah, this money. But I really feel like, yeah, when it comes to this money, it's on its way to somebody. It's because either somebody, you know, yeah, like is owed this money, or, yeah, like, it has something to do, you know, with, yeah, like some stuff that was, you know, like being done behind, you know, like closed doors. I saw an aunt, I saw a grandmother, a grandfather. So something about somebody's aunt or grandfather is significant. Or those are, yeah, the ancestors, you know what I mean? That's making it happen for somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's a pocket watcher, so be aware, because, yeah, somebody's coming in with a hidden agenda. It's a pocket watcher. Or there's somebody, you know, that, yeah, they were pocket watching somebody. That's why, you know, yeah, they took the money, you know what I mean, and, yeah, committed unethical actions against somebody. But just be aware, because, yeah, picking up on, yeah, other energies, not just one, remember. Yep. Yeah, somebody threw the rock, and now they're trying to hide their hand. So somebody, yeah, they were involved, and now they're gonna try to hide their involvement by trying to, yeah, pay somebody some money back, or, you know what I mean, try to come in, you know, and explain, or try to come in on bended knee and asking for forgiveness. So yeah, be aware, because somebody already has passed some type of test. So yeah, but somebody definitely, yeah, is about to yeah, find out some shocking truth. So that could be, you know, yeah, like that could be you know, like, yeah, like some information, you know, that, yeah, somebody's about to receive. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.